Hey you. Good day, evening, and morning to you ladies and gents, rum runners and beer drinkers, superfly foxes and dirty unkempt alley cats. Today marked the second live stream for the Elite Dangerous Beyond Chapter 4 update and the last live stream before the day of the beta going live. The topic of the day was background simulation, also known as BGS, and the newly implemented scenarios. So, all you background influencers, faction manipulators, and emergency state conspirators, this one is especially for you. For everybody else, you'll also be a participant because BGS and scenarios have a relationship that's more symbiotic than Kanye and TMZ. Yeah, that's right. Shall we crack on? Make sure to like and subscribe like a boss. Commanders of the world rejoice, for now there's localized COVAS to barely keep you company in the cockpit. FDev is releasing free localized COVAS voice packs for commanders who speak Francais, Deutsch, Español, Ruski, and Portuguese. These will be available as part of the beta, so look out for that if language has been the barrier between you and a more meaningful relationship with your module-encrusted AI. So down to scenarios. Scenarios are random encounters with NPCs in various predicaments, ranging from needing fuel to a full-scale assault on megaships. Besides the usual text that accompanies any interactions with NPCs, the scenarios will be fully voiced over to bring it to life.
Sort of stumble across them will hopefully make it feel quite a special moment.
The scenarios are not replacements for unidentified signal sources, but rather act as additions to the existing gameplay. Commanders will find distress signals either through the FSS scanner, which will display how fast a signal is degrading, or by the familiar way of just flying into range of one. Some distress signals will contain one of the new scenarios, but definitely not all of them, which was a choice made by the devs so they can retain their significance. Each scenario will present you with a scenario involving an NPC making a request of you. Your comms panel will then present you with the choice to either help the NPC or not. The request will reflect the state of the background simulation. If, for example, a system is in a state of famine, you may encounter an NPC just looking for some food. Depending on whether or not you have food aboard your ship, you can then either choose to help them or leave them to their own devices, and they'll respond accordingly. If you have enough time left on the signal degradation, you can even go grab some food and come back, bring back some McDonald's.
I guess charity really is dead.
An alternative example had the devs responding to a distress signal from a megaship requesting their help in defending against local faction pirates. A choice to help or to join the attack was presented, along with what rewards would be gained. In this case, small to moderate increases in rep, influence, and bumps to the faction's economic status. So after choosing to join in the attack, the devs were given a new objective to scan the ship, which then revealed targets on the megaship. After all was said and done, the commander had increased his relationship with the local factions and elevated their influence as a result of this random encounter. According to the devs, one of many which add up to impact the shared galaxy. New to the BGS is varied faction states across star systems. Factions can no longer be controlled across the galaxy from one star system. Any given faction can be in a boom in one system and in a state of famine in another system. Detailed information about the various factions can be found in the System Faction subcategory of the Status tab in the right panel. You'll be given a complete breakdown about faction government, economics, and even citizen happiness. Political climate and the well-being of the citizens will directly affect the USS's scenarios, traffic, and mission boards you encounter in each system. Additional assets such as research station and even bars will fall under control of specific factions and can be lost as power begins to shift. Combat zones will also be getting a little makeup applied to its face. Background chatter will be present from the pilots engaged in the battles, so you may get a little encouragement from Red Leader right before a nearby comrade disappears in some quick fireball action. Depending on the intensity level of the CZ, there will be side objectives to complete, such as kill this many of X. Higher level CZs will attract high value targets such as war correspondents, alpha squads, and even kings who will most likely take it easy at the rear of the fight while sitting on the iron command chair. These high value targets will require your help to either kill or protect them, depending on which side you're on. FDev has done a bit of fleshing out to a system, the BGS, that for many players has been vague and so out of sight and out of mind that there was nothing really to attract players to it. Now, commanders who aren't proactive participants will contribute via the scenarios and may find themselves a bit more drawn into the battle for control, seeing that FDev intends to bring some clarity to what exactly is being fought over. I think I might start to dip my toes in those waters, at least long enough to take its temperature. I always thought of the BGS as more of something I pursued toward the end of my elite career, but it's just interesting enough to catch my attention without me catching feelings. The scenarios are definitely welcome since it puts a little more meat on the bones of this game, so glad to see that. What do you guys think? Do you already contribute to the BGS? And if so, how do the new changes sit with you? If you don't already play the BGS, is this enticing enough to get you to start? Let us know in the comments. More ship appreciation coming to the Elite After Dark series on Saturday, so be on the lookout. Until then, fly dirty, commanders. Dig signing off.